Greetings, everyone. This has been weighing really heavy on my heart, and I need to say this. I need to get it off my chest. I need to speak this truth because I feel like it's a truth that is on everybody's tongues, but nobody said it, in the way that I think it needs to be said. We all hear these drums of war beating from the UK with all the Russian lies. Before it was Muslims, and now it's the Russians, and then it will be the purple people, and then it will be the green people. But we all know we have a problem where the aggressors are Luciferians and Satanists. That's a fact. If you go into every mess that there is out there, you go into the center of it, and what you'll see is that the Satanists are creating a whole lot of, situations whereby, people will think it's somebody else who's behind, who's perpetrating these crimes. But the reality is, we know it's the Satanists, and we know that there is a large influx of them in the UK running things internationally. And I'm going to repeat that because it needs to be really understood. There is a group of Satanists running things from the UK internationally. It's no coincidence that the UK is the richest country in the world. How does a tiny island like the UK become the richest country of the world compared to continents? How's that possible? It's possible because the UK is engaged in horrific crimes against we the people. The people that live in the UK, we are being abused. We are being abused in horrific ways. We don't have any police for us. We don't have any police stations. We don't have anyone to go to when you are abused by these Satanists. There is nowhere to go. People are paying taxes for a service they're not getting. They're paying TV license to be lied to. This is what it is. Okay? And people need to say, it's enough. It's enough. We have to get to the point now where we just start calling it what it is. It's enough. The internet purge that everybody saw was not just about censorship, because a lot of the people that were talking on the internet, like myself, are victims. We are victims. We are people who've been through the judiciary with cases that have suffered tremendously. I watched my family die in Grenfell Tower. I've seen people die in 7/7. None of this has been addressed. It's always cover up after cover up after cover up after cover up. That's what we're going to get. We know we're going to get that. This is what they do. And we're sick of it. We're sick of it. Now, I recall a few months ago now, I have to say I was really inspired by the brilliant work with people in the US with doing the hashtag release the memo, because everybody engaged, everybody was just putting release the memo, hashtag release the memo, and making memes, doing pictures. Everybody participated in the comment section, on Twitter, on all social media, until it was trending, And so I want us to start another one called No More Abuse. Hashtag No More Abuse. But I want people to do it by your jurisdiction. So I'm saying No More Abuse UK, because I'm sick of it. I'm fed up, and I know a lot of you are fed up. The reality is they're talking about war, but there is no real war. All that's going to happen is that they're going to kill the people. They're going to wipe out all the people in the UK. and wipe out all the people in the neighboring islands and America and wherever else they can wipe people out. That's what they're going to do. They're going to drop a Hiroshima on a Nagasaki. They're going to do the same thing. This is what they want to do. The same thing to innocent people, because the reality is, it's not war. War's two sides fighting each other over something. This is an invention of nothing, whereby we have to be in the line of fire. They're ordinary people, because these people have bunkers. These people will press their nukes and be in their bunkers. You know, these are psychopaths. They don't care about living. They've done their bunkers up, put all their plush furniture in there. They've got supermarkets under these underground bunkers. They've got train stations. They've got everything. They're quite happy as long as they're not going to go to prison, you see, because this is the reality. They know that the large portion of society has woken up. Yeah? They can see it. People have woken up. So now, what it is that they want to shut that down. They want to shut that down. So it's bigger than just censorship. We're talking about obstruction of justice. This is an obstruction of justice. They took out my computer. They completely fried my computer to stop me being able to post on anywhere or communicate anywhere. And this is what's happening in the UK and everywhere. The UK are the worst. The UK is a Nazi regime. That's what's going on in the UK right now. And we are sick of it. We're sick of it. You know, this is why we're starting this campaign. Hashtag no more abuse, UK. No more. No more. We have crime after crime after crime after crime after crime, and nobody's being arrested. Nobody's being arrested. Nobody's even looking at it. Instead, they're arresting people to try to make sure that their Luciferian culture of murder, terrorism, torture, abuse sticks. No. No. None of us want that. None of us want that. We can see what it is. Again and again, it's another false flag and another false flag and another false flag and another false flag and another false flag. And it's like, can't you see you're making a fool of yourself? People can see you. People can see what you're doing. We're sick of it. Yeah? We're sick of it. We just want to be able to get up in the morning, be with our family, be with the people that we love, hang out, do whatever it is that we do, go to work, play music, do whatever people do. That's what we want. We don't want to live in the world where you blow people up because you think there's too many people in the world. If you think there's too many people in the world, go and kill yourself. If you genuinely think there's too many people in the world and you really believe that, those of us who don't have a problem with people, we don't have a problem with people. So that's your problem. If we don't have a problem with it, there's no problem. If you have a problem with it, deal with it, address it yourself. You don't have the right. The Most High has the right. All of us, every single one of us, has a right to be here. We're all born from the Most High. We all have the right to live on planet Earth. We all have the right to live in peace, with love, with our family. You don't have the right to come and want to kill people. You don't. Invent in situations so that you can go blow Russia or get Russia to blow up England or blow up America and blow up this place and this place and this place. What for? We just want to live in peace. We want to live in peace with our families. So I'm encouraging people, this is how it works. It's a simple thing, okay? We need to get this hashtag revolution running. No more abuse. We're sick of it. Period. No more abuse. Stop the abuse. You can write hashtag or no more abuse. And I'm going to write in the description, join the revolution. Or, sorry, I'm going to write, not that, I want to write, I have to think about title, probably something like join campaign against crimes against humanity. Because the reality is, we see that horrific crimes are happening, and the people on the highest level perpetrating these crimes are not, there's nothing happening with them. Nothing. Right? You know, I've got a court case. This is my court case. This is another court case. I sued 10 corporations and I won before. Let me just cover my address, but I'll show it to you. So this is in the UK. You can see this is my case in the UK. I don't know if you can see that. You can see this is the claim form. Let's see if I can do it another way. In fact, I'm going to take it out. I just take it out. Right, just going to cover my address. Right, you can see. It was sealed in 14th of September 2017, last year, and basically I've been targeted for the longest time. I've had my house broken into numerous times. They've left me without hot water and heating. I've had scaffolding put up on my windows that's just left there with guys climbing up. I'll give you an example. Go onto the website and see this. If you want to go and see this report, which is on my case, you can go onto the website, the Farrell report. But I'll show you like some of the things just so that you can see. I could pull up the website, but it's easier if I just do this. So you can see this is scaffolding left on my window. Again, scaffolding. That scaffolding stayed there nearly 2 years. There's a man on my window with a hoodie on. He's basically trying to intimidate me. This is my water in the center. You can see my water. Looks like they've tried to poison my water. These are my locks on my door. Broken into. White van outside that is following me around, has been for like 15 years. And it's just madness that has gone on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And the thing is that I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. The bottom line is no more. I'm sick of it. We're all sick of it. I watch people's videos and I just know that everybody's sick of what's going on. They're like, you know, we blatantly see this. Everybody's waiting for Trump or somebody to come along and actually do something. And that's what's wrong with the system. The system is set up in a way where we give away our power to some unknown person who doesn't give a damn. And if they did give a damn, they maybe start off giving a damn, and then along the way they realize, shit, we can't do this because these nutcases are going to obstruct us at every corner, because these devils have their people in every corner. They've got their people in every corner. So the reality is that even when people genuinely want to do something about it, they find that they're obstructed and they're being terrorized. But you know, it's enough. You see, because all of these things work covertly. They work where people basically are working from a kind of underground level. You know, so the deep state are called the deep state obviously because they're under deep cover. And what these people do, they pretend, they give themselves different identities, they pretend to be dead, they fake their own death. Okay, sorry, the actual tape, the minutes cut off. I think there's about 15 minutes to play with. So I'm just, gonna finish conclude, I should say, what I was saying. So I was saying that, I have another case, but this is the case that I'm currently doing at the moment. It's like that in the UK. Whether you want to do law or not, you end up having to do it. That's the case. What they've done is actually changed the reference number, the court reference number, because I was awarded default judgment. I was awarded judgment. You can see judgment for claimant for damages to be assessed. I end up in the court on the 31st of January. This was sealed in December last year. This year I went to court in January, only to find that my case was just removed. Just removed. This is an official document. And this is why I've talked about the blockchain being used in the judiciary so that they can't forge and change records, because they're doing it all the time. This is what's happening, to favour whichever party they want to favour. And that's got nothing to do with the law, So anyway, I'm in court again in April, just coming up. Today is the 4th of April. It's the 4th. And YouTube, I just posted the other video, it says the 3rd. They always backdate it one day. That's what they're doing. During the purge, they actually, with me, I've been purged for the longest time. They kicked me off Facebook in 2015 because I was exposing the criminal cartel who were doing the false flags, who did the Paris false flags, Charlie Hebdo, 7/7, most of the false flags, they are behind it. And I was exposing it with other people, and they kicked me off Facebook in 2015. So I'm no stranger to the purge. But what I'm saying is that it's not just censorship. Censorship is one aspect, but you have the obstruction of justice. Crimes, horrific crimes, let's be real, horrific crimes are being perpetrated against innocent people, defenseless people. Some of them happen to be minors, okay? People who cannot defend themselves, that more time don't even know that they're a target, right? And we have a situation where they don't want people talking about that because it means people will be arrested. And they don't want to be arrested. So they're monopolizing the situation so that they don't get arrested. And so this is what we're talking about, because you're slowly getting closer to the core of the filth. All this stuff about Cambridge Analytica and Facebook. I've been exposing organized IP crime for the longest time. That's what these organizations are all about. That's what the cloud is about. It's about data mining and stealing people's intellectual property, stealing people's lives. They sell people's lives. They sell it onto the market. They watch people and they embed their TV soaps, like popular soaps in the UK, like EastEnders and all these dramas, Emmerdale. They've got ones on Channel 5, Home and Away. They have all these TV shows, and in order to embed the plot line, what they're doing is they're watching people inside their homes. There is a link, actually, somebody actually gave me a link once, I can't remember what it is now, but there's a link that you can go on and you can literally watch people inside their bedrooms, and they don't know that you're watching them. It's horrific. And it's being done to all of us. Okay, now the targeted individuals are the ones who are making noise. That's the only distinction. We're the ones that are saying this is what's happening and we're exposing it. But everybody's targeted right about now. They want to nuke London. They want to nuke the USA. They want to nuke all over the place. That's what they're doing. They've got people going in underground bunkers right now. Right? Look at this selling their stocks and people because they anticipate that this is going to happen. The more channels you go on in social media, they're talking about war and survival, and this is the kind of rhetoric that's being pushed out there. This is the narrative that's being pushed out there because that's what they're trying to implant in people's psyche and people's consciousness. War, the end of the world. This is what they're trying to push, and they're trying to make people accept. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept it, and you should not accept it. How can you sit down there knowing that there are people that are planning to murder, mass murder? This is what it is, it's mass murder. They're committing mass murder all over the place. Okay, how can you sit there and think that this is going to run? It's not going to run. The people who are going to stop it are the ordinary people. And the way that we have right now is social media. They're trying to shut it with their Bill of Rights. Who's doing the Bill of Rights? Who's writing the Bill of Rights? AT&T, isn't it AT&T that is connected to CNN? You go to CNN and try to talk your truth on CNN and see if they'll let you on there. And that's who's going to be doing the Bill of Rights. And you people are shouting for the Bill of Rights. No, there shouldn't be no Bill of Rights. If it's going to be a Bill of Rights, it's not by these people, because these people are going to use it to shut it down. Why do you think the UK was in China? Listen to what they said at Davos, in that meeting at Davos. They need to find a way to stop the truth getting out, to stop people talking, to censor. That's what they want, censorship. Why? Why do they want censorship so desperately? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Have they done something wrong? Bob Marley said, you must have done something wrong. In this case, they have done something wrong, right? They're committing crimes and atrocities against the people, and they're blaming innocent people for their own crimes. And it's going on again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And it's time to stop that bullshit now. It's time to stop it. This is an evil that has taken over, and it's got to be reversed. Okay? It's got to be reversed. We all know what's going on. How many more false flags do you need to see? How many more do you need to see? How many more harp do you need to see? Nothing is being done. They're smashing the place up all over the place, killing people, torturing people, terrorizing people, and nobody's saying nothing. They're talking about somebody died in the UK. What about the Grenfell Tower people that died in the UK? 600 of them in the tower. What about that? What about the people 7-7? There's never been any, the real criminals were never arrested. What about John Charles Menendez? What about my family? You know how many victims I know in the UK? You know how many victims I know up and down the UK? Have you heard about the chemical people who are saying they've been chemically tortured in the UK? Look up, what's his name? George Westcott. British man who says he's tortured in the UK. By the UK. So what? I don't know what's going on with all that situation. As far as I'm concerned, we have enough crimes to deal with. It's mounting. They're doing crime on top of crime on top of crime on top of crime. There is no police. There's none. They did a terrorist attack on me last year, a year ago, in March. Some young Caucasian guy turned up with a box full of explosives. It's on YouTube. It's on my channel. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at how many white vans outside my house. I'm an ordinary person. What are they following me for? What are they following me for? Shall I tell you why? Because I know how to take them to court and win. You see? I studied law. That's what the whole targeting thing is about. They don't like the smart ones. They don't like the indigos. They don't like the star seeds. They don't like the intelligent people who can stand up and say no.
They don't want it. And this is part of my targeting, apart from wanting to keep all my money, which they've robbed and pillaged. Okay? But it's enough. And it's time, you see, they still follow some sort of law, which is why they put their things out there to let people know what they're going to do. If you watch my last video with Ramola, you'll see that it's on the front cover of many publications that they're planning to nuke the place this year. They're trying to get it started. They're trying to say Russians doing this, and this one is doing that, and that one is doing that. They're not asking people to look at what they're doing. What about what you're doing to the British people? What about the torture and terror and crimes against humanity perpetrated against the British people? Have you seen that the courts in, I think it was the 30th of January this year, ruled that the UK is unlawful. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know how to open this thing. I'm using a program. I don't know how to use this program, to be honest with you. Let me see if I can open it. If I can open it, then I can show it to you. I don't know. I might have to. I don't know if this is that it? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I think the machine just stopped recording. What do I say? You know, the thing is, we're living in a nightmare situation that the people are the ones who have to stop it. It has to be stopped by we the people. And we have to make the message clear. No more. Doesn't matter where you live. No more. It can be any situation. Whatever you think no more of, no more. No more Pizzagate, no more Pedogate, no more none of it. No more. You have to send the message out. Everybody has to do it. We have to make it avalanches of no more so that the message of the people come out. You can go out onto the street, but they've co-opted all the marches and all the demonstrations. Everybody that goes out there is Antifa, it's, you know, some Soros-funded organization where people are being funded. You know, so you can't even march now without it being co-opted. But we have to send the message out, no more false flags. Not just no more false flags. No more abuse, no more theft, stealing. We have to understand about organized IP crime. What is happening with Cambridge Analytica, Facebook, and all these organizations? Look into Virgin Media. They are the biggest criminals on the planet. They are behind, much of this is going on. They're behind it. And so we need the people to make noise. If they shut down your Twitter, open a gap. Go to BitTube. Go to DTube. Go wherever. Put the message out. People copy the message. Send it out. But no more. We don't want no war. Send the message out. We don't want your war. All you have to do is make a video, like I'm making a video, and say no more war or false flags or trafficking or whatever, slavery. No more. Express yourself. If you feel angry, get angry. You know what I mean? Express that you're sick of it. Let the world know that you're sick of it. You don't need to dissect any more false flags. You've seen enough of them to know what's going on. None of us are idiots. Okay? So, you know, this is my case. This is why they had terrorizing me. It's in the High Court. They've changed the reference number. I don't know if I can read out the new reference number. They changed it to obstruct it because I won. This is what they do. And so totally corrupt in the UK. Total corruption in the UK. And, you know, there is no court. There is no... You know, I'm using the court system. Let's see what happens. I have to go back. I already won. They pulled the plug on the case so that what was supposed to be a hearing for damages, it was pulled. So now I have to go back in April. So anyway, this is going to cut off. Please share this. Share it all over the place. Make your own videos. No more. Hashtag no more abuse. UK. You can say UK. You can say UK, USA, all the countries. But please join this campaign. Please, please, please do it for the children. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the future generations. Okay? Much love. Thank you. Bye.